Mm.
Happy Friday!
Friday. Yay.
Yay! This is we're like Monday, we're going into Thanksgiving week, people.
That's true. You're on top of it, Jen.
Thanks.
Uh, welcome to our podcast, Curt and Jen in the morning. I think that we should call the show actually Curt and Jen in the morning or whenever.
Or whenever. Yeah. Curt and Jen whenever.
Because it's a morning show, but you can listen to it whenever. Today, maybe you missed the CMA awards last night. We've got the information for you. You know what? We should say spoiler alert, because if you recorded it and you want to see your own later, then you might want to tune out. Nah,
And
there's no spoiler alert.
we're not going to spoil anything. It was a few days ago.
Yes.
But we only do podcasts every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we just want to give you a rundown in case you missed it.
Have you ever revenge quit a job? Revenge quitting is what we're going to be talking about, amongst other things.
Well, like what Bath and Body Works is doing in New York City. They're doing some good. And garlic is the key to fresh breath. What?
Our question of the day from Wednesday. And again, thank you so much. Y'all came out in droves. What would you give someone a citation or a ticket for? And of course, Fun Facts Friday. I thought you were going to jump in there with your Fun Facts Friday.
Oh, sorry. I was like looking ahead and seeing, I wonder what Curt's going to say about the dog carpet.
Oh, yeah.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
It's nothing much. Just that, just what I thought we could trust the doggies. Silly me. Teddy and Tilly are now 9 and 10 months old.
I was just going to ask how old they are. Okay.
9 and 10 months old. So I left yesterday for a short time, and they discovered somehow, in their very doggy way, that underneath the carpet that we have, the big carpet we have in the living room on the hardwood floor, underneath there is a fun rubber, mat or whatever. The things that you use to hold the carpet in place.
Yes, I know.
Evidently, that stuff is delicious. I did not know. But yeah, it's you're going and everything's fine and nothing happens. And you leave for 20 minutes, you come back, and boy, they went to town on that stuff.
So
Of course,
they
Dana's
like got
first
the carpet up and then they started eating the underneath part.
basically, yes. I don't think they ate it as much as they just, tore it up and had fun with it. Dana's first concern was, oh, I wonder if they ate any of that. That could make them sick. My first concern was, that's an expensive carpet. So yeah, I mean, you've seen it. It's big. It's like 10 by.
I know what you're talking about. And my first thought was, ooh, I wonder what their poop's gonna look like.
That would be. So it's all good, and it's of course, and the thing is, you can't and you don't discipline them. They don't know what they did. It's 20 minutes later. You can't say. I mean, I did hold one of the pieces up and say, "You guys familiar with this?" And I did get the sad look from Teddy. The ears went back, and he's like, "Yeah," but I blame myself.
All right.
You have to, you got to figure out a way to live with the dogs and not let them get to that stuff. If it's on the ground and they can get to it, guess what?
They might get to it. They might eat it.
They are going to get to it pretty much for sure. Yes.
I like this little piece of good news. There was a bunch of college students at the University of Texas that may have helped solve a murder case that went cold 30 years ago. There's a 25-year-old woman that was killed in 1991, and no one ever got arrested for it. So the criminology students poured through old evidence and realized a lady she was friends with had a motive and no alibi. So the cops announced this week that they arrested the woman for murder.
Wow.
I mean, that is awesome.
Yeah.
And imagine, I was thinking when I was reading that story earlier, I was thinking, that woman literally thought she got away with murder.
Which she ultimately did not. And what a way to live your life. I mean, I wonder after so much time, after 5, 10, 15 years goes by, if you stop looking over your shoulder all the time or whatever. But
yeah,
I'm glad that she got caught. Don't get me wrong. Wow, 30 years ago.
So anyway, they're now the school's criminology department just launched a partnership with the Arlington police this fall to help them investigate cold cases. Like, it's a whole thing now, and I love that.
Fantastic. Yeah, But that's like on the job training for criminologists, I
Yeah.
guess, and students. So
Yeah.
I love that story. That's great. That's not exactly country music
No, but I like
going
it.
into this story, but that's what we've got.
The 59th Annual Country Music Association Awards is officially in the books, and here are some of the winners.
Oh, this was from Wednesday night.
Yeah. The host of this year's CMAs, also Entertainer of the Year, also Female Vocalist of the Year, also Album of the Year whirlwind, Lainey Wilson. And she had like so many different outfit changes.
You love that.
I do.
Male vocalist was Cody Johnson. I've not heard of that guy.
Oh, I have. He's great.
New artist of the year, Zach Top. I heard of that guy.
Yep. Vocal group of the year, the Red Clay Strays, which I had not heard of them. I must know a song by them, and I forgot to look it up. But they won vocal group of the year, vocal duo of the year, Brooks and Dunn, which now brings their CMA total to 20. They have the most in history. Good for Brooks and Dunn.
Well, technically, that's only 10 apiece. 10 for Brooks and 10 for Dunn.
No. That's
All right. Single of the year. Song of the year, music video of the year, Ella Langley and Riley Green, You Look Like You Love Me, and musical event of the year, Pour Me a Drink. What's musical event of the year? Pour Me a Drink by Post Malone featuring Blake Shelton. Musical event of the year.
I think didn't they did a big like whole when they were doing the video, I think that there was something around that whole thing. Like it was a big deal that these two, like did this thing together.
Okay.
Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award, Vince Gill. I really liked Vince Gill, so I'm glad he got that.
I really like Willie Nelson and Vince Gill. Which Vince Gill, by the way, phenomenal guitar player. I've said that before, but people are like, Vince Gill. Yeah.
He gets
Crazy
overlooked.
good.
Yeah, he gets overlooked by doing, I don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Take this job and shove it. Ain't working here no more.
This is about revenge quitting, and I hadn't heard of this. I mean, it makes sense. It's right there in the name. Have you ever revenge quit a job? They define that as quitting without notice to express frustration. I don't think that I have.
I have not.
No, I'm always like well, what if I need him for a good reference? I better give my 2 weeks.
I came close a few times.
Yeah. About half of people, actually just under half, said that they've abruptly quit a job because they were fed up, and about 60% have seen a coworker do that. And the number one reason, guess what the number one reason that people give for that? It's a toxic work environment, which gets thrown around a lot these days, but often it is accurate.
Well, poor management is a close second to that. And third is feeling undervalued or ignored. Have we witnessed someone revenge quitting like at the radio station, Curt? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Well, people were happy there working for Kent Phillips. He was a good dude.
Yeah.
He took care of people. So, yeah. And then finally, about 46% of people said they may not have done that. They just had a different boss. So having a good boss can really make a difference. And we did have good bosses for the most part.
Oh, there's revenge quitting, which is unlike rage quitting. That doesn't always happen immediately. Over half say they stuck around another 6 months or more after deciding they wanted out. So that's Is that rage quitting then? You hate your job, but then stick around and then quit?
That just sounds like, that doesn't sound like rage quitting. That sounds like quitting. Like, I'll give it some more time and see what happens.
I know, seriously. Okay.
All right. See if you remember this one.
Said that it was from when the cars had smashed so hard.
Is that Dave Matthews Band?
No, it's a band called Crash Test Dummies.
Oh yeah, them. It's like the same thing.
Tell Dave Matthews that. Do you say and a lot? It might mean, well, it may tell you something about your brain.
I know this is a little unsettling. I have to say, a study at the University of Toronto found that using lots of filler words like and could be a sign of your brain breaking. What?
This is 240 adults involved. They tested speech patterns. The ones who paused or used filler words a lot tended to show the biggest declines in executive function. Now, since I go back and edit these shows sometimes, I do think that I say and a lot, but it's usually because I'm reading ahead. Or
should have a coin jar for this.
My brain is breaking. I want you to not, but see, even there, like, I want you to not take this too much to heart, because I think that this is another one of those things where we're going to tell everybody about this, and now people are going to watch their uhs and ums and be concerned that they're getting dementia or something. There's no proof of that, but they are finding here that using them more and more could be a sign that you're slipping.
But okay, did you already say this, that a decline as you get older is totally normal, and using a lot of filler words can also be just a bad habit?
Right. And I think that we see, I'm thinking as we get older, I wonder, is that just normal aging or am I crazy? So
there we go. All right. Enough about that bad news, bears.
Enjoy this one here.
Wow.
All right. This is another one about smells.
Hopefully people aren't smelling sex and candy in New York City.
Bath and Body Works is making the New York City subway system smell like Christmas. Typically, it says any respectable transit system should smell like BO and only BO, maybe rat poop. There you go.
What are they doing to make this happen?
If you pass through Grand Central Station in New York this month, don't be surprised if it smells like Christmas. Bath and Body Works is doing a stunt through the end of the month where they're pumping in the smell of vanilla and fresh pine.
It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas.
Nice. It's only on one subway platform. You can catch the shuttle train to Times Square. They added a bunch of diffusers to steel beams on the ceiling that release scented puffs of air throughout the day. And they say that this is the first smell-based ad campaign that's ever been done in the New York City subway system.
I like it. I'm here for it. They're taking a page out of the Disneyland playbook.
What? Oh, yeah. You know what else? Climate Pledge Arena.
They pump smells too?
They pump in the smells of, that's supposed to be smells of the Pacific Northwest. So it's supposed to smell kind of oceany and like dead salmon.
I never noticed that. Okay.
I don't think the dead salmon part is true.
I don't either, but
I don't want anything to do with this story because I think it's dumb. I don't think the story is dumb. I think the whole 6-7 thing is dumb.
I do too, but this is kind of funny. This is why I put it in there, because Carrie Underwood thinks she has a brilliant solution to get kids to stop saying 6-7. So she's celebrating her 20th year anniversary from winning American Idol.
Okay.
That doesn't seem right to me, because it seems like not that long ago. Anyway, she's now a judge for the second season for American Idol, and a contestant came up and they were talking about something, and she's like, one of the guys was like, he mentioned 6-7, and she said, listen, I have a way that we can stop that. This is the cure. And she broke into song. She said, every time the kids say 6-7, we have to immediately start singing 5309
8675309. Tommy Two-Tone.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of funny.
It says, if we all band together and do that, it will stop. It's going to take all of us.
That's what she said. That's what she said. She said, if we all just, every time a kid says 6-7 and we start singing 5309, they'll stop.
I thought the way to get kids to stop doing things was to have the parents and adults start doing it, and then that became not cool anymore. But this thing is just weird and
well, it is weird, but it's kind of fun and it's nostalgic because I like the song from the olden days.
Oh, that part's great. No, singing Tommy Two-Tone, you don't need a reason to do that. You can just bust into that song any old time.
Agreed. Of the day that we posed on Wednesday and posted on our Facebook page, Curt and Jen in the Morning.
Right.
The following. What would you want to give someone a ticket/citation for?
I got to call out Heather here.
Why?
Because she always puts this like, oh boy, where do I start? That's not really an answer. Or, man, the list is so long.
I know we want like hard answers that we can talk about.
Come on, Heather, you got to have some examples. I know you do.
Like
Kim said, she would want to give someone a ticket for wearing pants off your butt or below your butt sometimes.
But the pants that aren't even pants because they're not even above your butt.
Yeah, I agree.
Corey is very passionate about this one. She said she would be the poop patrol. She's like, I will be the poop patrol here. Citations for not picking up your dog's poop, throwing it in someone else's trash bin, especially if it's left untied, begging your dog's poop only to leave it in the ditch or throwing it in the bushes to hang out there for 3 to 4 months. It makes her crazy and she doesn't like it. And she's even a dog person. Take it home, leave no trace, she said.
Yes, that's my favorite so far. That's probably gonna be my favorite for the whole thing. Barb says spam calling. You get a ticket for that. Yes. Amanda, having your phone on speaker mode while in public places.
Yeah. Laurel said, I will be the speeding patrol. They live in a neighborhood and the entrance is from a busy street. And so people just like turn down their street and then speed. I know what she's talking about, then speed past. It's crazy.
Okay, that's a good one. Again, thanks for all the people that chimed in. We have Eric saying the reckless morons. That's sounds like a band name. The reckless morons that think weaving at high speed traffic through traffic is cool. Yes, you are reckless morons, and it's not cool. Miriam, and I agree. She said, "Put being an idiot is too general, I guess. So how about walking through Costco or some other public shopping mall and having the person in front of you on their phone walking super slow, and then suddenly walking away from their cart with it right in the middle of the aisle in front of you." Very specific and very accurate.
You know what I would add to that is people who literally stop in the middle of the aisle. Like she's just saying, leave your shopping cart. I'm like saying the people that like are walking and then all of a sudden just stop and start like just sit there.
Their spatial awareness is zero. It's like
Yeah.
there are things going on to the sides and behind you, people.
Yes, thank you.
Keep that in mind. Todd, I would give a citation to people that drive with their high beams on. There's a special place in hell for them.
Oh my. Heidi said, for someone who is being disrespectful to another, I love that. That's my Aunt Heidi, actually.
Cindy says getting on the freeway at 50 miles an hour. I disagree because I think people try to get on the freeway at 35 miles per hour.
Amen, Curt.
So I do agree with Cindy. I'd like to know what they think that a long on ramp is for. It's for speeding up.
So you can merge at the speed of
Proper
the freeway.
Speed. Yes. These are great, by the way. Marilyn, talking too much first thing in the morning. Jen?
This is a serious one.
Okay.
Anne Marie, she has a son who is disabled, and her big pet peeve is illegally parking in a disabled parking spot, especially just to run in.
Oh, for any reason. And then Bill agreed, saying, Anne Marie, they should have their car impounded and license revoked. Here's one that kind of bugs me. I understand, when my dad, towards the end of my dad's life, he was still able to drive, and he had the handicap parking spot because he really had a hard time moving around, right?
Yeah.
He had the handicap sticker. So he passed away, and then my sister and brother-in-law got rid of that. They don't hold on to it. Oh, it's good through the end of 2027. We're going to keep using it as able-bodied people. It's like, if it's not being used to help out somebody who needs it, get rid of it.
Yeah.
And stepping off a soapbox now. Okay.
Nancy said letting your dog poop in other people's yards and not picking it up. Yes.
Another one, yep.
Jeni said not using turn signals. For the love of God, use them. That's funny that Jeni mentioned that, because I was realizing as I was driving the last few days that very, very few people use their turn signal anymore. And it helps other drivers anticipate what you are going to do. So please use them. They're there for a reason, and it helps traffic flow.
Right. This is not just to indicate that people behind you. If you're at a four-way stop or whatever, and you're waiting to go, and there's a car opposite you, you think they're going to go straight because they don't have their signal on. You could both go, but then they go ahead and turn. It's basically, as far as I'm concerned, if you can't lift your pinky a half an inch to turn on if you're too lazy to do that, then I have no time for you.
Do you turn on your blinker with your pinky?
Pinky or ring finger, yeah.
Really? I don't know how I turn on my blinker. Now I'm going to have to pay more attention to that.
Okay, well, let's not get too focused on the actual finger. Susie, the groomer, having conversations blocking high traffic areas, like stopping to talk at the bottom of an escalator.
Oh,
that's true. That's true. And Jennifer, what is this? Mine's an actual vehicle issue, driving slower than the traffic to the right. You aren't passing someone. Move over, people.
Also, driving in the carpool lane without a passenger. They piss me off as they zoom past me. Me too.
Really, Jen?
Yes.
Is it the fact that they're zooming past or that they don't have a passenger?
That they don't have a passenger.
Right. And even if you do have a passenger, I think if the carpool lane is free, you shouldn't be going 65 while the other traffic is like at 45. What if somebody pulls out to get in that lane and then a crash?
You don't think that people should drive the speed limit in a lane that's open?
Uh, I don't think that. Well, no, I think that if you're zipping past cars, slow down a little bit. First of all, the lane is not open from wherever you are until you get to your destination. You're going to catch up to somebody eventually anyway. So yeah, I think that what if somebody's like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and get in the HOV lane, and they pull out, and then there's a crash.
Definitely have to be careful of that for sure. There's no question about it.
Yes.
But I say that if you can drive the speed limit, you drive the speed limit. That keeps traffic flowing.
Or more. Well, it's the HOV lane. The other traffic is almost stopped.
Okay, moving on.
Weirdo. What's the deal here, Jen?
Oh, well, the question is, how far would you drive to pick up a loved one? Because, with the holidays coming up, if your grandma lives however many miles away, would you drive it to go pick her up? For some people, it's like a hard no, I'm not driving anywhere. And some others are like, yeah, I'm going to drive as long as I need to in order to get my loved ones to be with me.
This is different, but I had a friend whose car broke down in Chehalis, and I went and picked him up, which is a long drive.
Yeah,
but that's different. That's like, hey, we're flying into town. Instead of flying into SeaTac, we decided we're going to fly into Vancouver. You're like, okay, whatever, I would say, if they, you got to go to the airport that's closest to you, right? I mean, if you happen to live 100 miles from SeaTac Airport, but they're flying in, I guess you're kind of obligated. But
if it's so expensive, that you need to get the cheaper ticket so you can just make it there, then I get that.
So the other option is just, hey, you fly into the airport and then take an Uber or whatever, right?
There is that. According to a new survey, the average person is willing to drive 172 miles out of their way to pick up a loved one. That's roughly a 3-hour drive on highways, which is really sweet if you're picking someone up. That's a long time.
700 miles?
No, 100%.
5% of people said they would drive 700 miles.
Where is that? How far, how much time is that? 700 miles divided by 60 miles an hour?
Well, let's say if you're going 70 miles an hour, it'd be 10 hours, right?
Oh yeah. Damn, that's a long time. On average, the farthest people have ever driven to see someone for the holidays is 408 miles. Overall, drivers are expecting to spend 13 hours behind the wheel this holiday season, and about 1 in 10 people say that they could log over 30 hours in their cars.
This last line here is kind of the way I feel about it too. About over half of Americans are okay with it generally because they say they love the sense of adventure that a road trip offers. Me too. I'm like, hey, I'm going to listen to some great music.
Yeah.
I'm going to drive,
Same.
But yeah, all right, here we go. This story is too gross. I'm stepping out of this story too. And the next one.
Okay, I put 2 celebrity news things in here. We don't do this often, but this is crazy. Cardi B, the singer,
right,
had her baby's umbilical cord dipped in gold chrome in the shape of a heart. So,
okay,
if you've become a mother, you're probably aware of the growing health trend of placenta encapsulation.
How's that a health trend?
That's when the placenta is dehydrated, ground into a powder to be consumed in a capsule because of the supposed benefits that include increased energy and reduced postpartum depression. I had no idea this was a thing. No idea at all, actually. So Cardi B not only did that, but she also paid a company called Mommy Made to make the umbilical cord into a heart-shaped keepsake, dipping it in gold chrome. Other celebrities that have used this service, Megan Fox, Vanessa Hudgens, and Chrissy Teigen, and Ashley Simpson. There you go. Next story. Thank you for the music, Curt Cruz.
I'm sorry. The umbilical cord dipped in whatever is just gross and
I
unnecessary.
mean, I watched it. I watched the process and I was like, oh my God, that's
You weren't like, ooh, I want to do that.
no, I was not. Kim Kardashian, this is the next story, won her dad's OJ Bible for $80,000 at an auction. So when OJ Simpson died, I didn't even know this was a thing. A bunch of his stuff hit the auction block, including a Bible given to him after the murder of his ex-wife, Nicole. The giver of that Bible was OJ's good friend and attorney, Robert Kardashian.
Did he say, here, you're going to need this. You better read it.
I don't even know.
Every single page, buddy. So I guess when Kim Kardashian heard about it, she reached out to the estate and asked if she could buy it outright for $15,000. The estate thought that was a lowball offer, so they rejected it. The book went into auction. It sold for $80,000. Kim Kardashian, again, she was the winner, but she had to go through the whole process. So my daddy gave this book to his best friend to give him some motivation from Jesus, is what she said. This is really special to me because this used to be my daddy's.
Okay. Well, there you go. Now she has.
All right.
I
Am I
just,
going to get in trouble if I play this one again? Because you didn't like it last time.
why does it have to have the farting noises?
Because the story we used that for had to do with that. But now I just have that version.
Jeez Louise.
The key to fresh breath is mouthwash. It is specifically garlic extract being used as a mouthwash. That does not make sense to me.
I mean, there's a new study that found the key to fresh breath is not only mouthwash, the minty kind, but
Garlic extract. Reviewers, researchers reviewed 5 studies comparing garlic extracts to other oral rinses, and the garlic performed well. In one trial, it reduced salivary bacteria more effectively than other antiseptics. So that gets rid of the bacteria. It says it sounds strange because garlic is associated with a strong smell and bad breath, of course, but garlic also has an antimicrobial properties from allicin, allicin, which is a compound produced when the garlic is crushed. It doesn't say anything here that it still doesn't stink and smell like garlic.
I mean, I get that it would like do the antibacterial stuff in your mouth, but that's great if those germs are gone, but your breath still smells like garlic. And plus, when I eat garlic, my mom would always say this. You're like, I can tell you've eaten garlic. It's seeping through your pores.
Yeah, but I believe there's also some other, well, this doesn't have to do with the breath, but there's some other benefits, health benefits to garlic. There's a lot of them, I think, but I would not think that good breath is like, people don't say, hey, you want some good breath? Here, eat this.
It keeps vampires away.
That's a benefit, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. Okay.
It's Friday, gotta get down Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Friday.
You keep telling me you're going to have AI do a special song for us, but I've yet to see it or hear it.
I thought that you would want to do that as your first experience with writing a song via AI.
Maybe I'll do that. Okay.
Fun Facts Friday. Here we go. Aerosmith became the first major artist to release a song as an exclusive digital download. This was in June of 1994. The song was Head First. It was available as a 4 megabyte WAV file to CompuServe subscribers. At the time, it would have taken about 60 to 90 minutes to complete the download.
Did you know that song, and did you know that fact?
No, it sounds like it was a stiff. That's what we call it in the record business, in the radio industry. If it doesn't, it's a stiff.
Okay, Morgan Freeman movie 10 Items or Less was the first film that was legally available for downloading in 2006. I just thought those were good little random trivia things.
Well, the song was 1994. The first movie was 2006.
10 Items or Less. I've never.
There's only one NHL team that's won every time they've made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, the Colorado Avalanche.
Did you know that? Because you're a hockey guy.
I did not know that. I know that every time that they win, I feel a little sick to my stomach. So this is in 1996, 2001, and 2022. All 3 of those years, they done that.
Okay, Stanley Lee put a hyphen in the name Spider-Man because he didn't want people confusing him with Superman.
Stan Lee is the guy that came up with all those.
This next one I actually looked up.
Go ahead.
I found this fact. It's every single person has face mites living on their face right now. They're microscopic. They're currently swimming around the oil in your pores, and they even have sex on your face. So I went up to look up that to fact check it. And in fact, it is true that face mites or Demodex mites are microscopic anacarids. Oh no, I'm not saying that right. Yeah,
Arachnids.
arachnids, I didn't say that right, that live in your hair follicles of nearly all humans, feeding on skin oils. And yes, they emerge from your pores at night to mate on the surface of your face before returning to lay their eggs in the follicles.
I smell sex and candy.
Bono's mother, Bono from U2, died when he was 14. This is actually just a kind of bizarre story. So Bono's mother died when he was 14. She had a brain aneurysm, but she had that brain aneurysm at her father's funeral. So yes, Bono's mom died at Bono's grandpa's funeral.
How sad is that?
That's not cool.
In movies like Selma about Martin Luther King Jr., none of the speeches featured are real because Steven Spielberg owns the movie rights to his life story and all of his actual speeches. The rights were purchased in 2009, and Spielberg apparently still has them. And this is the part that I don't like, even though his ML King movie never got made.
Well, if he owns the rights to them, he can say whether you can use them or not, I guess.
I know, but then go make the movie. Go make a actual movie with the rights then.
That's a good point. Pac-Man made in revenue as an arcade game $6 billion. Which is, I guess is that when it came out? Oh, it was an arcade game. I'm sorry. So in the arcade, which is around 19.5 billion if you adjust for inflation. That makes it the highest grossing arcade game of all time, just ahead of Space Invaders and Street Fighter 2.
I like Pac-Man. Al Michaels is the only play-by-play commentator to host to cover all 4 major U.S. sports championships. He did the Super Bowl 11 times, World Series 8 times, the NBA Finals twice, and the Stanley Cup 3 times. That's pretty cool.
The only U.S. states that produce coffee are, I knew Hawaii and California. Those are the only 2. About 90% of the coffee consumed in the U.S. is imported, especially from South America.
And finally, the first balloon at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was Felix the Cat in 1927. He was filled with oxygen, not helium, and was supported by handlers with poles.
And scene, right?
Boom.
Good fun facts, Jen.
Thanks.
I like the fun facts.
Here's what's happening this weekend in the Pacific Northwest and beyond.
All right. You've got a couple of movies opening this weekend. The big one, of course, Wicked for Good, which Jen got to see in advance of. Bragger.
It is so good. I wasn't trying to brag about it. I'm just here to tell you that it is worth going to see. And I didn't realize how many people didn't realize or didn't know the Wicked story. So many people don't even know how this thing's going to end.
Rental Family is also out this weekend with Brandon Fraser. Good to see him back. In sports, all the football teams are away this weekend. So are all the hockey teams. Well, that's not true. The Huskies take on UCLA. That's tomorrow night. Kickoff is at 7:30. Cougars play James Madison at 10 tomorrow morning. Seahawks take on the Titans at 10 on Sunday morning. And your Seattle Kraken are on the road against the Penguins tomorrow and the Islanders on Sunday.
Wow, that's a lot of away things.
Mm-hmm.
Things happening around the Pacific Northwest. Tonight, Bryan Adams is at Climate Pledge Arena. Tomorrow night, Trans-SiberianOrchestra is at Climate Pledge. They have 2 shows, actually. I think it's 3 and 7:30, maybe. There's 2 shows, though, and a matinee and a nighttime show. And then on Sunday, Heart at Climate Pledge.
You know what? I actually, and I don't want to say anybody's name because I don't know if they would be embarrassed or whatever, but I actually had somebody, one of our listeners to the podcast, contacted me via Facebook and said, "Hey, I've got extra tickets for Bryan Adams on Friday night if you want them."
Oh, that was nice. Are you going to go?
I can't. It's tonight, and well, you'll find out later. I've got stuff tonight, so.
Okay. Zoo lights for adults. I love this. It's called Night Owls at the Woodland Park Zoo. It's all part of the Wild Lanterns, but they're doing this adults only that includes specialty cocktails and food. It's obviously 21 and older. That's happening on Saturday night, but also December 12th and January 2nd. And then there's Gingerbread Village, which is free. And if you've never been, I highly recommend it. It's opening today. It runs through January 1st at the Sheraton Grand Seattle. And the theme this year is Toy Shop Time Machine, which I think will be cool.
Keep an eye on how much time we have left. Do you see that?
I am.
For some reason, it just gives us a 5-minute notice instead of 10 like it usually does. Tulalip Lights and Ice going on. That kicks off tomorrow. It's gorgeous. Tulalip Casino, 9.7 million lights on plants and trees surrounding the casino and the Tulalip Amphitheater. That's worth checking out. North Creek High School.
I'm
talk about this? The Holiday Bazaar.
Yes, there's a big holiday bazaar at Macy's High School, North Creek High School in Bothell tomorrow, 11 to 5 only. And then I can mention Mamma Mia later, but Mamma Mia is coming to the high school and it's going to be a great show and Macy's in it.
Yeah, that's early December there. So
yeah,
all that stuff is going on. Yeah.
What are you doing this weekend, Curt Gross?
My excitement all happens today. I've got an eye exam later on today because, I put the glasses on. It's like, even with the glasses on, things are not looking so good. So it's time. I think it's been a couple years, so that's about right. And then the further excitement continues tonight. Mother-in-law getting together and doing some mother-in-law stuff, which usually involves going over to her place for dinner. And then she's like, oh, by the way, while you're here, there's all this stuff that needs to be done. So yeah, the rest of the weekend is pretty open.
I was trying to decide if I should go to the eye doctor. I have you can't see it if you're watching on YouTube, but I have a bloodshot eye and I don't know why. It's really not good in my left eye. It's not affecting my vision. So firefighter Pat thinks it's fine. But anyway, this weekend for me, I have my best friend Cher's birthday dinner. I'm hosting her family birthday dinner. So I'm super excited about that tonight. And then Pat's only granddaughter, Everly, is turning she turned 1 year old yesterday and she's having her first birthday party tomorrow. And it's a huge to-do because they've even rented a venue for the thing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Everly, then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Finally, as always, our question of the day. This one, you have the entire weekend to consider and get back to us on that one. And I like this one you came up with, Jen. It's good.
What do you hate now but used to be guilty of?
I guess that means, when you were maybe younger, you liked it or enjoyed it, and now you hate it.
I have something.
Please.
Milk chocolate.
You hate it now?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're wrong, but okay.
Dark chocolate's the way to go.
Dark chocolate is good too, but I don't swear off a milk chocolate.
Okay, well, think about your answer. We'll post it on Facebook, and we'll be back on Monday with a new episode and your answers. So we'll check out Curt and Jen in the morning.
Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great weekend. And next week it'll be a long weekend, right? Yeah.
It will be, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll see you on Monday. Until then, make good choices, find joy, spread kindness, and
please make some time to laugh every day. It's good for the soul.
Have a good one. Thanks for joining us.